Hey, welcome back to another episode of Life After Divorce. I am your host, Chris. Today is episode 12, and we're going to talk about clingers versus runners. And actually, I did not dress this occasion on purpose. I actually had a business meeting today. I got to put my work clothes back on, and they fit. So that is a double bonus today, and I probably am blending in with my purple wall. So apologies for that. You're probably just getting to see my face. So that being said, clingers versus runners, let's get into it. Clingers are traditionally going to be more of the anxious attachment style like we were talking about in the book a few weeks ago. So they're going to be really sometimes emotional and emotionally driven. They're going to be like, why are they not calling me? Why are they not texting me? Or also the flip side of that's going to be, I'm so in love with them. I've never been a better version of myself before now. I've never been happier than I am this time. I want to marry this person, and they've been on one date. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've had a friend, a family member, a cousin, a neighbor, somebody, and if not, it may be you too, I don't know, but somebody in your world, you know exactly that description right there. Flip side of that's going to be the more avoidant attachment style, or the runner. And the runner, when you first meet a runner or get to know a runner, they're really laid back, they're really chill, they're one of the guys, they're just one of the girls, you know, lots of similarities. She doesn't get too emotional, he doesn't share too much, like whatever, like really, really cool, laid back person. However, at some point with a runner, there's either a switch that flips or they hit a wall. And man, when they hit that wall, they're gone. And it could be something like, you know, they found the first flaw they find in a person, like they're gone. Or they find something that they don't like and they're gone. Or whatever the case may be. And what I really tend to find with runners, and again, you know that person too, you've met these people. But what I've understood of runners and learned about runners is that there's a couple of historical factors at play here, traditionally speaking. Not always, but traditionally speaking. A runner tends to be someone that has either fear of getting hurt, which we don't ever tend to think of first. They're fearful of commitment. That's the one we tend to think of first. Or, and sometimes the one that we don't think about maybe as often is they have this perfect vision of a person that they are thinking of or expecting for a partner, and everybody else can't stack up to what their envision is of that individual. So once they figure out that you are flawed, and I don't know if they feel like they're perfect or what the situation is, but once they figure out you're flawed, it's, oh, well, this isn't what I'm looking for, I'm out. So there are two different dynamics from a dating standpoint or an attachment standpoint that you'll see in different individuals. You may not have even known both of these existed. You may have met or been in relationships with both already. I don't know. But sometimes we just tend to get attracted to one style or attracted to the other style. We don't even think about all the other people that are out there that are all different, unique individuals. Because again, we're all different, unique. We're also all very, very flawed. And that's not because it's just because I have children and I, came from a divorce. Like, we, by human nature, we were created with flaws. So I cannot expect someone, I can't have that perfect vision of a perfect partner and expect somebody to live up to that, because that doesn't exist. That's a unicorn, okay? So we got to keep that in mind when we're dating. And I realize in 2020 and 2021, with the Rona and all these different external factors at play, like, it's really, really difficult dating. And some people will even get to the standpoint of, I will bury myself in my work because I don't even want to deal with dating. I don't want to try to find a mate. I don't want to try to get out there and put myself out there. Or I'll bury myself in my kids and all their activities because I don't want to take chances and take risks and put myself on the line and whatever else may be at play. But what is really happening in those scenarios, and there's certainly others. I spend all my spare time with my friends, or I spend whatever. What is actually happening is, it's the head trash. It's the fear that we put in our own mind and all the what if scenarios that actually ends up really paralyzing us. It's paralysis through analysis that we end up doing nothing. We don't even take chances. We don't go out and get out of our comfort zone. It's hey, 2020 was the year of Netflix, on the couch by myself, chill, gain weight, eat ice cream, eat tacos, whatever. And that's now my comfort zone. And we get to break that comfort zone if we're going to truly experience real joy and true happiness in life. Or otherwise, it's going to be, a long, boring life with you and the dog, or you and the cat, or you and whatever, like, you by yourself, whatever the case may be. But it's really, really important that we get out of our own ways. Because if we don't, again, we're not going to truly experience joy or happiness. We're certainly not going to find a mate just by sitting on the couch and never getting up in our sweatpants and t-shirts and whatever else. But if we don't get out of our comfort zone and get out of our own way and clear the head trash up here, there's no true taking chances and enjoying life. I'm going to stay right here in my own little bubble because it's my comfort zone and it's where I like to be, and blah, blah, blah. Maybe you can come visit me there sometime, but I'm still not getting out of my comfort zone. And like, we get to take chances. We get to get out of our comfort zone. We get to put ourselves out there. Hold on, newsflash. We get to make ourselves vulnerable to the potential of getting hurt by someone else. And that is scary as hell. But guess what? Well, what happens if I get hurt? Well, you survived so far. What happens if you don't get hurt? What happens if you actually find somebody that you feel like, I may not be able to live without this person? Now, the flip side of that is, if you go out on a couple of dates, like, don't freak out automatically. Just because you go out on 2 or 3 dates with somebody, or you've been, we'll call it, consistently dating somebody for a couple of months, you're not signing on the dotted line tomorrow for a marriage license. Like, that's not what we're talking about here. I'm talking about taking chances by getting out of your own way every single day, not just in the dating realm, but just in general, getting out of your own way, trying to truly experience joy in life and living for a change. And that's a challenge for all of us. Married or not married, doesn't matter. But you're going to figure out each day by just generally, enjoying your day, taking it one moment at a time, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. Whether you decide that this person drives you just absolutely batshit crazy and I can't stand to be around him or her anymore, or there's the middle ground of slow and steady. We enjoy being around each other. We like each other's company. We're not pushing any buttons. We're just kind of, slowly going through this process. We'll see what happens. Or the flip side of it is, I've gotten to a point where I just can't imagine living my life without this person. And then they feel the same about me. And we're going to continue to drive this thing forward. And eventually we'll get to a stage of introducing our kids and whatever else may happen. But just because you go out on a couple of dates, or the first date or the 5th date or the 25th date, don't feel like I'm trapped. I don't know what else I can do. I don't know what to do now. I feel like I'm overcommitted. He or she has met my kids and I've done this. Like, slow the train down. It's one day at a time, one step at a time. You'll figure this out as you go. Don't try to slam labels on things or put dates out there and tons of plans out there. Like, that's recipes for disaster. Okay. So just one step at a time, one day at a time. Just go with the flow and relax. Just relax. Have some fun. You just never know. You might have some fun in life. We're going to stop there for today. Please, email address, hit me up. I really appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting, the texts and the calls and the emails as well, especially on social media. The feedback, I love it. So please keep them coming. Until next time, have yourself a blessed day and a joy-filled life. Take care.